Bass fishing is going through a massive evolution right now with the advent of certain electronics and rule changes and different things that are impacting the whole fishing environment. Right now, the truth is we are super excited as a rod manufacturer to be a part of this. And in the last 20 years of building rods, we've never seen an opportunity like this where we were able to do so much so quick with new techniques and new ways of fishing and how quick this has evolved. So one of the questions that I get a lot of the time is, why do you have two forward-facing sonar rods, and why is one long and why is one short? Great question to ask, and what it's boiled down to is again, it's that evolution of a brand new technique in bass fishing. So we started out with that very first rod, the ZOLO Hover, which is a 7'3" spinning rod. So that rod was designed for moving the bait, being able to make it hover over the tops of fish and get your bait out there 50, 60 feet to those fish that you're seeing on forward-facing sonar. You're seeing that school, you're seeing those fish hanging out there, like I said, 50, 60 feet away, and you need that long cast with a tip that still lets you be able to effectively work the bait. Well, what we've discovered and what's changed in an evolution is that a lot of anglers are starting to do two things. They're working the bait closer to the boat, almost like a drop shot. So they're casting out and then they're bringing that bait back in. They're bringing the schools of fish with it. And we all have seen it on forward-facing sonar. The school of fish settles underneath your boat, sitting in the shade. You're now no more than a log to them. So now you're targeting them with a drop shot in the same exact cast. So you've gone from casting out, working a minnow, to dropping it straight down on top of them, working it like a drop shot. The other thing that we've seen is a lot of anglers are beginning to work the technique with a tip down technique. Well, the problem with a longer rod with that is that the longer rod hits the trolling motor, it hits the water, it slaps against the side of the boat. So that necessitated us developing a second forward-facing sonar rod, which is the ZOLO Stroller. So we've got the ZOLO Hover, long casts, long casts out 50, 60 feet. That's the OG, that's the original. It was one of the very first forward-facing sonar rods on the market. With time and evolution of the technique, we found the need for the second forward-facing sonar rod. And it's something that I don't see a lot of companies, US companies, I see some foreign companies, I see a lot of Japanese companies doing it, coming out with shorter facing forward sonar rods, and that's for those tip down technique and working it right off the bow of the boat a little bit easier. Now don't get me wrong, that short rod still has a really, really great cast, but the primary focus of that is more ease of use. So the primary focus for the ZOLO Stroller is ease of use and more of that straight down technique once you've worked the fish back into the boat. So have any questions, let us know. We're always here at ALX Rods to help you out. And hey, hopefully maybe this gave you some new ideas that you can go try on the water this weekend.